Hi guys, it's Joe from PrepAgent. I saw some of you guys about 30 minutes ago in the real estate exam webinar. For everybody else who's here, good to see everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, as always. Hi, Edith. All right, Bahamas. Sounds like a nice place to visit. Okay, so we want to do these once a week just to make sure you guys are on track. And what I mean by on track is, let me ask you guys, is it your goal to pass the real estate exam? Is that the goal? What's the big goal? What's the bigger goal here? So what's the big goal for everybody? The big goal here is making money, right? And selling real estate, right, everybody? That's the big goal here. The big goal here is not passing the real estate exam. The real estate exam is just one bump of many on your way to being successful. There's going to be a lot of bumps, okay? Passing the real estate exam, learning how to do the marketing, learning your contracts, how to get open houses, a lot of things, right, guys? So that's our big goal, okay, is to get our new career off the ground. So why do I bring that up? Because I often tell people that they get so caught up with passing the exam that after they pass the exam, they're just like, now what? What do I do now? And they realize there is so much that they could have done before they pass to get ready. It's kind of like that. The guys in the room will understand what I'm talking about. All the guys, when they're young, have this vision that one day they're going to be old enough to go to a bar or a club, and they're going to meet all these girls, and it's going to be wonderful and amazing once they do that. Then that day finally comes, and they walk into the bar, and they're like, "What do I do now? Wait, what's happening? How come all these girls aren't talking to me? I don't get it." All right, they're just not ready for it. They didn't do anything to prepare before, and they're just shocked at what the reality is. Okay. Any guys in the room can relate to that one? The moment you were able to get in, you were like, wait a minute, this isn't exciting as I thought. This doesn't look like MTV. Okay, so what can we do before we pass? Who has some ideas of things they could do before they pass their real estate exam? So before you're licensed, what can you do to kind of get your real estate career off the ground, to get it going, to get it started? Okay, you can network. Absolutely network. What else can you do? Okay, you could work in the office. Can you guys go to open houses? You could do that. You could for sure go to some open houses. Absolutely. Okay. Research brokers. Great. Create a 100-person list. Well done, Devin. Look at MLS listings. Start to educate yourself in the communities based on what you guys are saying, like what the local prices are, what the properties are. Okay. And you could start to build your social media presence. One thing everybody should be aware of is you guys should start to build your social media presence. You guys should be doing everything you can to start to get followers. Just be aware of your local real estate law to make sure you're not violating rules. But basically, most of the real estate law revolves around this idea that you cannot solicit business. There's nothing against talking about yourself as an expert in the industry. All right, saying I'm familiar with the property, I'm familiar with the community. If you've lived in the community your whole life, why can't you talk about the new park, the new beach, the new trees, the new local baseball team, or whatever it may be? You could begin to establish yourself as an expert in the community now before you pass, or if you've just passed. You could start to do that. You could talk about prices in the area. You could talk about the new construction that's going on. You could talk about new design. You could talk about all these things. You just can't quote. You can't quote prices for clients. You can't start soliciting business. Everybody got that? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. Give me a thumbs up. All right, good. Okay, something we should be doing a lot. I spoke about building your Facebook page before, and we've spoken about building Instagram. I think it was like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. So another big thing you guys should be building up is your LinkedIn. How many of you guys have LinkedIn already? And you guys have LinkedIn already? Who here has LinkedIn? So every single one of you guys should be building LinkedIn. Okay, we're going to go over a little bit of that today. And like I said, if you're worried about violating real estate law, take a second to look at the local real estate law. But the basic gist of it is just don't solicit clients. But you could start to build your profile, build your image, start to connect with people, connect to who you think are power players in the community, start to build that network. I think somebody here mentioned network. So networking online is something you could do right now through LinkedIn. Start to make connections with people who you think have clients. Everybody who has to solicit clients should be on LinkedIn, no question. Whether you're a lawyer, a dentist, an accountant, or a real estate agent, you should all have LinkedIn, because you guys know that there's going to be a lawyer who has a client who needs to find a house. There's going to be an accountant who may need somebody who's going to find a house. All right. I know when I'm relocating to another state, for example, I was looking at Washington. Okay. I talked to a lawyer to set up my business. That lawyer referred me to an accountant. And of course, I asked both of them if they knew a quality agent in the area, because I trusted them, because they did a good job for me for my legal work and my accounting work. And they all knew each other through LinkedIn. Okay. They all connect each other with LinkedIn. And through LinkedIn, they also found me an organizer, a bookkeeper, all that kind of stuff. So you guys need to be in on that network ASAP. Everybody agree? Yes or no? Sorry, guys. This is different than when I do the questions for the exam. I don't get the automatic response, so I need you guys responding whenever you can. Otherwise, I feel like I'm talking to the screen. Okay, so let's go over some basics with LinkedIn. First, you see my pretty face. So that's my LinkedIn picture. When you guys go on LinkedIn, start with me. You could find me there. Just look up Joe Juder, and you will find me on LinkedIn. Okay, you could also look up PrepAgent. All right. So at LinkedIn, the value of LinkedIn for real estate and social media. Okay, and that's what we're talking about today. How valuable could LinkedIn be? Okay, if you guys have any questions, let me know. As I said, this is a little more lecture-y format as opposed to me asking exam questions, so don't be afraid to chime in. All right. So at this point, marketing with social media is standard in real estate. Okay, door knocking and mailers have gone the way of the dinosaur. Facebook and Twitter generates leads. LinkedIn is sometimes underutilized. It shouldn't be. LinkedIn offers tons of information for real estate agents and a new platform for publishing content. Okay, let me ask you this. How did you guys find me? How do you guys know about PrepAgent? Anybody? How are you guys aware of me? You guys are here today. You found me somehow. How did you guys find me? Facebook. Pam says Facebook. Okay. Search, Google, YouTube. YouTube. Yay, YouTube. I'm rocking on YouTube. Okay. So my point is, you got, wow, YouTube. I guess it makes sense. I'm on YouTube right now. I think if I asked the same question on the Facebook page, a lot of people would say Facebook. But you guys get the idea. In this modern era, you guys find people through social media, right? YouTube, I count as social media as well, because you have interaction like we're doing right now. Okay. I believe you guys should solicit business in the same manner that people find you. Okay. So if you utilize business, like you're interacting with me because of YouTube, you guys should learn how to market on YouTube, because it's something you use and you're familiar with. If you get business, if you find business, like you hire people, you find them through Facebook, you should market yourself on Facebook. If you find people on LinkedIn that you like to hire, whether it's contractors, you should market yourself on LinkedIn, because by default, you're already familiar with that platform. Does that make sense? By default, you're familiar with that platform. So you like me because you found me on YouTube, that means you use YouTube quite a bit. That means you're familiar with YouTube. You know what the tags are. You know what's a good video, a bad video, what's long, what's short. You probably know a little bit about the titles on it. So then you guys should probably start some basic YouTube marketing. And we'll go over that at a different webinar. Would you guys like me to do a webinar on YouTube? And I can tell you guys how you get to the top rank on YouTube, and by nature gets you on the top rank on Google. Many of you guys found me on Google. There's a good chance that when you found me on Google, you found my YouTube video before the website. The YouTube video comes up very strong. Is that true for anybody? Would you guys like me to do one on YouTube? Give me a thumbs up if you'd like me to do one on YouTube. Okay, now I said that YouTube, all right, came up very strong. The other thing that comes up extremely strong on Google isn't just YouTube, but it's LinkedIn. So even if you don't use LinkedIn a lot, you want to build that profile, okay? LinkedIn pages come up extremely strong on search engines, extremely strong, okay? If you guys try and build a website through your company, it'll be like on the 100th page on the search engines. You have to piggyback off all the big players. So whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, all right, your page on LinkedIn is going to shoot right to the top. And your page on LinkedIn can connect to that nice website you built. All right, to make your website come up high on search engines is a whole nother world of hurt that you don't want to get into. That's a whole nother strategy which you have to hire people for. But if you build a LinkedIn profile, that will come up pretty quickly, okay? So you want to make sure it's very much polished, okay? So really help you with SEO stuff, okay? Does that make sense, guys? Yes? If you want to try it, try searching my name and see what comes up. Oh, congratulations, Visa fee. All right, and so with that being said, you guys found me through social media. How many of you guys have done business with somebody who's knocked on your door, sent you a mailer, or given you a cold call? How many of you guys have done business with people who have either given you a cold call, knocked on your door, or sent you a mailer into your mailbox? Okay, Sean says never. Anybody else? Okay, Docs on the Rocks, great name, by the way. I haven't. Devin, never. Oh, you have. Okay. My point is, most of us in the modern era gets very annoyed by that. Okay, but for some reason, brokerages will still teach you to door knock and do all those things. That's why I said that's going the way of the dinosaurs. Okay, you guys got to remember the door knocking thing. Who's ever heard of door knocking? Any of you guys spoken to real estate brokerages or real estate agents who still door knock? And you guys know agents who still do that with the door knocking? Okay, it's the worst. Okay, you guys got to remember the door knocking strategy, maybe 50, 60 years ago, we were much more of a community-based society, like in person. People knew their neighbor, their neighbors watched the kids, things of that nature. Okay, so it was pretty common to have somebody knock on your door and you didn't feel threatened. In today's day and age, unfortunately, whatever it's worth, people aren't as friendly to random people knocking on their door. I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know about your community, but generally speaking, I think you guys agree, things are a little different than in our grandparents' era, okay? And that door knocking strategy is from our grandparents' era, okay? Today, these day and time, somebody knocks on your door, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody looks through the peephole and like, what's this crazy person doing knocking on my door? Why didn't he just send me a text message? What's going on here? Okay, am I right or wrong? Okay, so the door knocking thing is a little chaotic, and mailers are untrackable. You might as well just be throwing like a note into a bottle and throw it into the water. You have the same ability to track it, see if it's working. With social media, that's the modern way people network. Okay, and you could argue it's better or worse. I think it's better in a lot of ways. I see pictures of people. I'm able to communicate with people from larger distances, and the world gets a little smaller in a good way. So we're all able to keep in touch. Okay, so I want everybody to keep that in mind. And LinkedIn is the best one for businesses by far. Okay, the other thing when you go on LinkedIn, you can learn about the industry. Everybody sees my next slide here. Angie said a lot of agents still door knocking and they say it works. There's two things about that, Angie. All right, it may work for some of them. Once again, United States is a big area. Different communities have different things that work. But you may also be able to argue that that hour they spent on door knocking, if they spent that hour on more modern strategies, what's to say that it may not work even better? Okay. The argument for door knocking is you can't replace a person to person touch, a person to person contact. And I get that. That may have value. So what I would say to you, Angie Leone, is understand the benefits of all the strategies and make a decision for yourself. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm an online marketing guy. I have an online business. I'm communicating with you guys online. So I prefer the online marketing strategies. Okay. So full disclosure. All right. But like I said, I think if you're working with a 55 and up community or like a 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 80-year-old community, okay, then maybe it's a little better to door knock, especially if you're one of those people in the community who are 60, 70, 80 years old. Okay, that may work a little better. I mean, every time my dad calls me on Skype, we have an hour to teach him how to turn it on and off. Okay, move right along. So LinkedIn can help you learn a lot about industry. LinkedIn has a dedicated to real estate age, has a page dedicated to real estate agents. You could see it there. I'm going to try and put it in the chat window here as well. Oh, YouTube's not letting me put in the chat. That's fine, but you guys could see it right there. All right, you could just Google real estate agent LinkedIn. Okay, and that page will come up. Okay. It has different information as I'm listing right here. Okay, it says find the top companies, the most attended universities, the median salary, and more. Largest real estate markets and the top real estate agent profiles. All right, so list a lot of great agents' profiles, look at an industry statistics. Okay, we all love to rattle off statistics, don't we? Especially when you're talking about real estate. Everybody loves to rattle off percentages of what sold, what hasn't sold, what's the most popular area, what's the least popular area, what's the most expensive area, what's the least expensive area. For example, if I asked you guys right now, what's the most expensive area in the US? What would you guys say? What's the most expensive area in the US? And you guys know? Okay, so you're saying LA, Los Angeles, Cali, or New York. Most of you guys know this because it's a good conversation topic. All right, because people like these stats, and LinkedIn has all those stats. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I believe it's like San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles is up there, but it's not in the top 4. Seattle's up there because of Amazon. Florida's definitely not in there. It's New York, San Francisco, Seattle, I think LA. Not sure of the other 2. But anyways, what we should do is go on the LinkedIn page and it'll list it. I know Seattle went big because Amazon has made that city so expensive. I guess in a good way. Okay, next thing we got. A quality LinkedIn profile will help build credibility as it's a standard for any real estate professional or anybody trying to get business or find a job for that matter. Virtually unlimited space to describe yourself, your skills, and your background. Upload your business logo and photo and customize a header image. Okay, so credibility. Let me ask you guys this. If you guys had a listing appointment with an agent, so you're selling your house, and you asked that agent, can I see your LinkedIn page? And if they said, what's that? Would you guys want to list with them? I understand a lot of you guys don't know LinkedIn, but if they said, what's that? I don't even know what that is. Or if they said, what about Facebook? I don't know what that is. Yes, Kimberly, we could help you with New Jersey. Would you guys want to list with that person who had no idea what a LinkedIn page even was? Okay, so LinkedIn maybe, Born True says. All right, so you may be hesitant. There may be stuff they could prove, okay? But my point is on the other side, if they came to you, let me flip it around. If they came to you and said, hi, my name's Joe. Here's my LinkedIn page, my professional Facebook page. You can see I have a lot of contacts here. This is my Twitter account. And I showed you that. I even talk about it. I just showed you all of it along with a presentation about properties and the other things I wanted to show you. Right then, I've built credibility that at least a minimum, I have a basic knowledge of internet marketing. I have a basic knowledge. I'm not claiming to be an expert because I have this profile, but it shows a basic competency that I know basic things that a professional in any industry who's getting business should know, okay? So right off the bat, that gives you credibility. And then if you're able to go on and say, I will be able to put your property out to all these people, all these contacts. I have contacts with lawyers, accountants, personal trainers, dentists, doctors, all those contacts, okay? They will all be aware of your property as it goes up for sale, okay? Don't you think that adds a little more credibility to you? So I'm going from that person who knew nothing to that person who just had a page, and now you're showing your contacts, okay? I mean, I think you agree that if I'm listing my house and this guy or girl has a LinkedIn page with contacts of people who themselves have a ton of contacts, all right, that would work well for me. And what I go back to, and this is the important thing that I'm trying to get through to you guys, everybody pay attention on this one, you do not need to pass your exam to start to build that network of contacts. Everybody got that? You could even put on your LinkedIn page, if it makes you feel better, have not passed my real estate exam, studying for it, getting ready to go. If you want to be clear with everybody, say my job is preparing for the real estate exam, okay? Getting ready. So if you want to disclose it, go ahead, disclose it, right? You don't have to be secretive. But that is one of those things that the moment you pass your exam, and some of you guys have passed already, you will announce on that LinkedIn page to all those awesome contacts you built, whether they be doctors, lawyers, accountants, personal trainers, hairdressers, whatever it may be. Say, guys, passed my exam, ready to rock. If you guys have clients who are looking for a home, let me know and we'll see what we could do. Let's see if we could work together. Let's see if we could do business, right? Doesn't that sound like a good idea? To me, that sounds like a good idea. And also much smarter than door knocking. No, sorry, not to knock door knocking. I mean, what do you guys think? I hope you like that idea. So you should start building that photo and start building descriptions of yourself, maybe how long you've lived in the community, why you're interested in real estate, why you love learning, all those kinds of things. But the whole point of this is the moment you're passed, you are ready to blast out to all your followers, all your contacts. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I'm ready to do business. I want to make money. I want to do a good job. I'm ready to rock. I'm not sitting here like a deer in headlights. You have to have the attitude that I passed my exam. I am busting out of the gates. I couldn't wait to do this. You cannot pass your exam and then come out with the attitude of like, pass my exam. Uh-oh, whole new world. What do I do now? I'm scared out of my mind. Okay? You have to go in with the attitude for that test. Like, once I pass this test, I am just busting out with ideas, my contacts. I am just like an explosion of genius and real estate glory waiting to happen. All right? Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay, so that goes to this building credibility, as you guys see here. Whew, I got a little motivated there myself. So excited. Maybe I'll go out and sell a house. All right, and this part is what we just spoke about here, connect with others, okay? LinkedIn is great for networking, especially for real estate. LinkedIn can help you connect leads, not just other agents. People in your community consistently interact with those looking to buy, sell properties. Lawyers, lenders, financial planners, tax service providers, or any other organization that provides relocation assistance. Big and bold, connect with them. The next time they come across someone needing a real estate agent, your name is more likely to come up. What I'd like you guys to do now in the chat, let's do a little exercise together. And this will help you as you guys build your LinkedIn profile. I would like everybody to name a professional that you think would have a lot of contacts, first degree contacts, who could buy a house. Like, not I know a person, I know a person, I know a person. What type of professional do you think could say, I had this guy come to my office, come to my place of work. I think they'll buy a house. Somebody who could have somebody walk into their place of work, hand your information to them, and you got a lead right there. What kind of people have those types of contacts? So a mortgage broker, good. Somebody at the bank. Nurses know a ton of people. Okay. My personal favorite is the hairdresser. I mean, they talk and talk and talk the whole time. I think my mom planned my whole childhood via the advice of Claire, my mom's hairdresser. Barbershop, right, is a good one. Teachers know people who are moving in and out of the community quite regularly. Kids are good one. Anybody got some more? Dentist would be a good one. Accountants. Anybody who, let me give you guys a big hint in my experience. Anybody who is in charge of setting up somebody's life is in contact with people who move a lot. For example, lawyers who do the documentation for people who set up their business. They are very in contact with people who are starting a new life. What I mean by that is if you move your business to another state, there's a lawyer involved who has to do that paperwork to make sure they are there. When that lawyer does that paperwork, they immediately are in contact with usually anywhere from 1 to 50 people who are moving into town, okay? I don't know what you guys think of that suggestion, but that's one that worked for me over the years quite a bit. And that goes along with that working a little smarter than harder, okay? A lot of these lawyers, when they're helping companies transition, right off the bat, that person is in contact with anywhere from 1 to 50 people because that whole company is moving over, okay? And I've worked with these lawyers, and they have a lot of contacts, all right, with people who are moving or leaving very quickly, okay? I don't know what you guys think of that one. And you guys may be asking, well, how do I find those people? Do I just ask them? Very simple, LinkedIn, all right? You go through LinkedIn, all right? And obviously, you're going to return the favor and create a relationship where if you have people who are moving in, you send them business as well. Yes, lawyers should be a good friend. Or your worst enemy, boo. Okay. Join groups. LinkedIn allows members to create groups. LinkedIn has a vibrant community of niche groups, including real estate. Search out groups that interest you beyond real estate. This will give you a new place for ideas. Start your own group and be a leader. This can boost your professional credibility and make you an essential resource within the community. Like I was saying before, in today's modern era, we've moved away from this idea of being an in-person community to more of an online community, okay? All right. So when you guys form these groups, you're forming that group on basically modern society's online community, okay? And much like in real life, if you're the leader of that group, you automatically are in a position of power, and you automatically look like a very credible source. You are the moderator, you are the one who dictates the group, and you're the one who moderates the conversation and controls the direction of the conversation. That niche doesn't have to be in real estate. You just need to be in charge. That person, Joe, who's running the group, is the one who is in charge and has credibility, seems a little smarter, and seems like the guy about town, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, okay? I have some credibility here because I took the time to lead this group, organize it, and you could do the same with other groups on LinkedIn, okay? Tiffany says, outside particular people, what about places where like church, schools, teachers? What do you think about that? Those are great places to network out in the community, but specifically for LinkedIn, and we're talking about LinkedIn today, you want that professional person, all right? You want that professional license who has contacts. Sally Soto says, the hairstyles myself. I'm hoping it will feed my real estate career once I'm licensed. I hope so too. That's the idea. And if not, look for other people like we discussed who also can feed your career. There's a whole world out there. Okay, so you got to form that group. And once again, don't just form a real estate group. Be more creative than that, guys. Okay. Okay, and here's what the groups look like. So I took a little screenshot of some of the groups here. All right, so you guys can see them. Luxury Real Estate Network, Real Estate Professional Referral Group. All right, Distressed Real Estate Investment Group, Real Estate Investors. Okay, corporate real estate. There's different types of things. You could even have something as simple as like condos in your town. All right, different groups. Okay. Just think, in this day and age, anything you could do in person, you could probably do online as well. All right, so that's what that group page looks like, and there's some ideas that other people did. You look at this group that has almost 700,000 people in it. Think about the leader of that group, the person who started that group. He just could post their name, or she, I don't know who the leader of that group is, okay? And they automatically will have a ton of leads, probably more than they know what to do with. Okay, think of it that way. That person who has a group with 700,000 people, okay? I mean, you just think the amazing things they could do. I mean, they're probably going beyond selling real estate. They have so many leads. Okay, publish updates. Many people approach LinkedIn like a resume. This is selling yourself short. LinkedIn allows for regular updates with photo and video. This is a great place for real estate agents to promote listings, blog posts, articles, and other relevant information. If you think it could be helpful to your clients, post it on your LinkedIn page. Think of it almost like a resume, which is what LinkedIn is, added with the features of like Facebook or Twitter. Okay, it's just a little more professional, which is what you want. You guys want to post regularly anything that comes up as per your community that think could help your clients. It's not just a resume, all right? Okay, the share button. Okay, the topic today, I'm talking about LinkedIn. Okay, by placing a LinkedIn share button on your website, you encourage your leads to share listings with their friends. If not listings, other information. This is one of the easiest lead generation tools for real estate agents, okay? On your website, you could put a share button. If you don't know how to do it, get that geeky little teenager in high school who has no friends to do it for you. That's mean, I shouldn't say that. But come on, how many of you guys know that kid who sits behind his computer all day and never gets outside? He's probably playing something like Fortnite or those annoying video games, okay? Have that person embed the share button into your website. And what that means is when they go on there, okay, they hit share and then they could share it with other people. This is a feature on LinkedIn, very easy to install. All right. And last but not least, the most powerful thing for LinkedIn is recommendations. Having LinkedIn will also help you receive recommendations and endorsements. Whenever you have a positive interaction with clients, colleagues, or any professionally related, ask for a LinkedIn recommendation. This is one of LinkedIn's most powerful tools to get business. Oh, Born True, a lot of info. Magic the Gathering, is that like Dungeons and Dragons? Sure it was. Okay, so when you look at your LinkedIn page, at the bottom there's recommendations, endorsements. Okay, these are people who will say you're good at what you do. Okay, reviews are extremely powerful, whether it's reviews on Facebook or LinkedIn, because people cannot lie about them. Because when people just put reviews on their website, you honestly don't know who wrote them. But when it's a review on LinkedIn, you connect to the person who wrote that review and you could check its validity, okay? So there's a little star system and there's a little system. We'll talk about this later. I think I'll do another webinar on this topic because this topic is extremely important. The recommendations and endorsements on LinkedIn is an extremely powerful way to get business. And I've said this before. Anybody you have a good interaction with, you should be asking for some type of positive feedback online, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn. You're only going to sell so many houses, all right? That means there's only going to be so many positive reviews. But if you're talking to somebody and you give them free advice, you take time out of your day to say, yeah, you should probably think about going here, or you should do this, or I recommend that. And it could be 5 minutes. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, did I help you out? And they said, yeah, you helped me out. You were great. Say, would you mind leaving a review for me? Almost everybody will say yes if you helped them out, excuse me, okay? It's the polite thing to do. I mean, obviously, if you spend 5 or 10 minutes to help somebody out, and it's sincere, and you really want to help them, and you're not doing it just to get something out of it, most people will be happy to write something positive, give you some positive review, give you some endorsement. It may not say sell a house. It may just say, you know what? This person took time to talk to me, seemed genuine, seemed like a good person, and they seem knowledgeable. Boom. And you also got to remember, when you guys look at reviews online, most people look at the stars before they read the actual comment. So when somebody puts the review that says you're good, whether it's stars or some type of score, they'll look at that. All right? Does that make sense for everybody? Yes? Hopefully you like that little tidbit. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope I provided some good information for you. Next week, we'll do another topic on how you guys could get your business going before you pass your real estate exam. I truly hope this was helpful today. I believe we shared some good information and things you guys should be doing. Maybe I just reinforced some ideas you already had. Maybe you had some new ideas. But don't forget, your goal is to sell homes, not to pass your exam. Pass the exam is a bump in the road on the way to your goal. All right, guys, this is Joe from PrepAgent. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, have a great day, guys. Oh, thanks, Ellie. You're the best. You flatter me. If you could see me, you'd see I'm blushing.